What's good, family? It's your man Meetz with Hip Hop Alliance Magazine. I got the beautiful Bella Fonte with me today, and I just kind of want to, touch on what we got going today. We're talking about mental health and wellness, and I got a message for the silent supporters, man. It don't do no good to support silently. We got a special guest today, Miss Curinda Nash, aka Taste of Cocoa, in here to share some healing processes and give her understanding of mental illness, and we all gonna share our problems with it and with our family members and stuff. So uh, don't be a silent supporter, man. Interact with us. You might spark something that could get something else going. We all about the community, and we extend the olive branch to everyone that may want to work with us. What's good, K21X?
Hey, yes, sir.
Like my nephew there. Oh, so okay, so y'all. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm going, man. Appreciate you, nephew. All right, y'all. Without further ado, we will bring up Miss Corinda Nash, aka Tessie Coco. How you doing today, ma'am?
I am awesome.
That's good. That's
Hey,
good.
lady.
Hey.
So, ladies, shout out my boy E. Couldn't make it today, but shout out E, the Content King. Ladies, we're gonna talk about mental illness. What is mental health? What is mental? I should have put mental illness, but I put mental health. Y'all know what I mean.
Well, yeah.
Brother Fonte, you went and got deep into it. You went and
Well,
did
yeah, because my definition of mental illness really wasn't what they were saying about mental illness is evolving changes in emotion, thinking, or behavior, or both combinations. So a lot of times we think somebody do some weird stuff to us. We go like, oh, something wrong with him. He got that illness. So
Mm-hmm.
just to know the definition and the meaning behind it, because you know we all have some family member or somebody we know suffering from it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Definitely that.
What's your definition of it, Mr. Coco?
Same thing. As far as just a wide range of behavioral changes, thinking, mood swings that affects you.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't never been a supporter of claiming mental health, but I had my own bout with it, so I understand that it's real. And like Brother Fonte said, we got family members that deal with it, and it's real. And the only way you can make a change is to admit that it's a problem and find out how. You know, find out how to go about fixing your problem. We were talking about what are coping mechanisms for mental health. Um, I would say, I'll let the ladies. I'm a man on the panel with ladies. Let me let y'all ladies go first. Start with you, Miss Coco. What is what are some coping mechanisms that people use for mental health illness that they might not even know they're doing? You could be cigarettes, weed, all kind of
Def-
stuff.
Definitely that eating.
Yeah, the
Yep.
eating disorders. Yep.
Sadness, irritable all the time, excessive paranoia, worrying, anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
social withdrawal. So it's a wide range. And believe it or not, you don't have to just be born with it. It's not a disease or something. It's just everyday life issues. When you lose a loved one, your thinking pattern is not going to be the same as your day-to-day living. Something drastic change in your life. Relationships, even friendships play a big part of your mental status because of how we
Mm-hmm.
think or how we decide to intake the information we're receiving about the person that you truly care about. So,
Yeah, but what are some things that those people that are suffering from those symptoms? What are some things that they do to cope? Like, you know, you
well,
know, some people use drugs. Some people, use gambling. So that's what I want to know. Like, what are some things y'all seen people do to cope with their mental illness rather than getting ahead of it and trying to get it fixed?
And it kind of really depends on what they're suffering with. If they're suffering emotionally, they may just exercise, take a bath, pep talk themselves,
Mm-hmm.
or even meditation.
Yeah.
So I would just say kind of depends on.
Speaking of meditation, I don't understand. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm this old, and I don't know what meditation really is.
So meditation versus praying. Praying is a wish.
Mm-hmm.
It's hope. Meditation is I'm getting it. You're speaking it already. It's already happening. You just put
So
it into
just
the atmosphere.
deep thought manifestation.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. Brother Fonson, you want to add anything else to the coping mechanisms? Hey, have you ever suffered from mental illness?
Yeah, I'm bipolar, manic depressed, and I'm just playing. But sometimes life puts you in places, especially when you're going through a hard time, just knowing you got to get to work and your car break down. It's that in panic, anxiety, stressing, we go through it with everyday living. It's how long we stay withdrawn from the world. It's how long we stay stuck, and it consumes our life not to continue our daily activities. It affects everyone differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I suffer from the. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, because you was also asking like some of the things, because when I looked up some things, like more like on therapeutic, I didn't even know going to see a psychotherapist was therapeutic. And when you think about it, you get to talk about these feelings, so you're releasing, so it's good to talk about it. It's good even if you can pick up on signs, and you just be a listener to a friend. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, we a good listener, but sometimes it's not meant for us to comment. You know what I'm saying? Because what they're going through, they might not need our opinion in the moment.
You know what? Talking to people don't do good for me.
Well, no, because it depends on how they respond.
Yeah. I believe in evaluating my situation. I got a spiritual mainline connection with God. You know what I'm saying? And so I go to Him, for my problems, because people will take your weaknesses and use them against you later. So I tend not to rely on talking to nobody. But if it works for people, then it works for people. I don't understand how another person can help you though.
Well, that's why people are trained.
Is it just getting it out?
Yeah.
I mean, you can write it down you can keep your journal. Some journaling might help. It's not that you always need another person, but
correct.
That's what they consider one of the therapeutics.
Just getting it out.
Yeah, because when you hear the word, you're diagnosed as mental illness, it sets up another panic, because nobody wants to be on no hot meds or medication, and I'm crazy now, and sometimes
you don't want that in our community, because that's a stigma. That's one more stigma.
Exactly.
We gotta live with it.
Yeah. And so, and with that being said, some people cannot sleep, because of depression, or they suffer from insomnia. So it's okay to take that. If that's what's going to help you be rejuvenated for the next day and maintain your daily activities, it's when, you don't get the medication, or like you said, some people use drugs and try to self-medicate. But then if you think about it, it's always a good feeling when you get high. It's when you coming down off that high, and sometimes it tend to make things worse in the brain, because it's another way of your brain processing.
And the problem is still there.
Yes.
The problem is still there. Have you ever suffered from mental illness?
I mean, I really don't. I don't call it an illness at the end of the day, because mental to me is just basically your brain. I mean, whatever you have going in, it stays in there, and you have to learn how to deal with it. So I don't really find an illness, because then that's where diagnoses come from, and excessive medication for something, like you said, that still has not solved the problem. But definitely yes, and we're going to continue to go through it.
Yeah,
it's life.
That's what I learned too, because I used to I got into a deep depression like back in the early 2000s. It was hard to come out of it. It took me maybe 3 years to come out of it. And everything from crashing out to suicide crossed my mind, and I just had to really realize it was a problem. And I caught it luckily before it got too bad. But yeah, like you said, let things stay and festering, and I had a bad holding grudges. I think that was my biggest deal. Like, I was holding grudges, which was not allowing me to think clearly.
That causes resentment by itself. So yeah.
Which is unhealthy to live with.
Ooh, it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying?
And
it can become overwhelming, and then of course, like some of us tend to run to cigarettes. Well, cigarettes is really not good to be smoking when going through.
And they don't calm you down.
No, it don't. If anything, it causes your capillary to shrink. So you're not getting enough oxygen to the brain. So that's why they say instead of grab a cigarette, try going walking for, try walking, because cigarettes, you thinking it's helping you, but it also can be triggering more anxiety,
Yeah, more evil thoughts.
Yeah. So
cigarettes. So we kind of got a little ahead on our topic, but this is the root causes of mental illness.
Yes, which is so important. Yeah. I mean, that is the main thing that we really have to focus on when it comes to that is the root, because everything stems from something happened, because we come out happy babies unless you were under stress while you were in the womb from your parent because they were so stressed out, or they're busybodies, and now you come out and you're just a busybody. So I mean, it can be affected just during the pregnancy process as well. And then now growing up, we are a product of our environment. So just depending on how your household was, now you may be mad at mom, okay, because you felt like she didn't do enough for you. Now your whole life, you're too busy trying to do it.
Yeah. And so, it could, like you said, it could be childhood issues. I dealt with that too. Childhood trauma,
rejection.
All kind of stuff, man. So,
not feeling like you pretty enough, because when you get to talking about mental illness, it's so many things that falls into that category. So many like disorders, like eating habits, purging, it's just so much, and some of them, it comes from building a self-esteem, and then some of it, it's nothing wrong if you schizophrenia and you can't comprehend or, function without the medication. So you need the, medication to balance, So all these things are good. It's when you find what works for you. And part of finding what works for you is admitting, hey, I've been off for a couple of days. I might need to, see or go talk to my doctor about what's going on with me and why I'm feeling this way, It's when you don't do nothing, then you have the suicides, and then you have people, some people cut, feel like they got to discipline themselves and different things. So, it's tricky. You have to be honest within yourself.
So, would y'all ladies suggest that, because we doing this because I feel like, as a black man, like I've been around people that vibrate on high frequencies. It helps you, you know what I'm saying? So with the women being natural healers and nurturers, I feel like, we all suffer from mental illness, men and women, but I really think, this is why I'm really doing this with y'all, because y'all both share the same views. And, I hope y'all can team up and get something going where women can discuss things, and they can discuss things, and, they can really have some people to talk to, like y'all said, because it means a lot to some people to be able to have somebody to talk to. That's why I was asking about this question. Do you need a support system?
Definitely.
We try to put one in place, y'all, because I'm a man that understand we can't get healed without y'all being right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna do everything I can to support y'all and get y'all empowered enough to get to other women.
But it's funny go ahead.
Okay. Well, as far as like the support system, that it can be a good and bad thing, because really just kind of depends on, because if you're just trying to vent, I guess that would be a good thing without them actually responding, but it still doesn't get down really to the root, So they kind of, I don't know, that's kind of catch-22 as far as that goes, because it could be a help, but it could be a hindrance, because if you just got a yes man around you and they're just saying, okay, yeah, it's okay for you to do this, or it's not going to help.
So you got to have an honest support system.
Honest, yes. Right. And but you kind of got to remember, even as kids, your kid is not going to be as successful if you don't praise them. Well, great job, you did it, kid, or congratulations on your grade. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Just like a kid, you got to let them know that they're doing good the same way we let them know that they're doing bad. You know, I don't feel like no parent should discipline without a teaching section coming behind it, you know? Mm-hmm. So even as adults, you know what I'm saying? It's not a point of having a yes ma'am, or go along, get along, like I like to say, but anyway, it's all the same thing.
Correct.
But, definitely. You know, you should have to know if a person's some good for you. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to say, hey, you know what? Some people's not meant to be your friend. Some people's not meant to be an associate. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if you can't trust someone to be honest with you, like me and my uncle, I don't care. Like I can have some on my face. He gonna tell me, but then it's certain people I've been with and I thought that had my back and talk to me the whole day and see a booger in my nose and won't say nothing. Mm-hmm. So, you know,
okay.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that they are honest, and I don't like people around me that won't pull my coattail.
Exactly.
You know, I don't ever want to feel like I'm above rebuke. You know, like if you catch me slipping, you better pull my coattail. You really not my friend. That's how I'm looking at that. So you get your support system and make sure you're somebody that don't mind pulling your coattail. What's up, Mr. Lola E.
What's up, my brother?
You made it, my boy.
Squad.
What's up?
Do you need a support system, honey?
Everybody needs a support system. I believe in that. We all need therapy. We all need.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah. So what you did you got anything you want to add to? I know was you watching, bro, or do we need to catch you up?
I would appreciate a catch up. My bad, y'all. I was outside. I was running behind.
Well, we were just basically talking about you know, the definition of mental illness. We talked about what are some coping mechanisms, what are the causes of mental illness. Have you ever dealt with it? And, you know, this is the questions we answered. Have you ever dealt with it? Did you need somebody to talk to? How did you deal with it? What was your mechanism for dealing with it at the time you were going through it?
If I'm being honest, being a black man, no offense, just speaking as a black man in America, we're typically taught to chuck that shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Ain't no time to break down or miss anything because you got bills. You're the head of the household. You're supposed to be that man that rocks her. I mean, even though like day to day, everybody knows, or if they don't know, my daughter has cancer. She's living through like a certain situation. Dinah had cancer, so it's not the easiest thing. I can't break down, even though I wanted to, you know, go into a closet and cry. But what do I look like to her? And she's going through a situation. I gotta be, you know, solidified.
Yeah, but we as men, you know, that's why I thought this was so important for us to do this. So I'm not too ashamed to say, you know, I get weak. You know what I'm saying? I fall weak. You know, it is certain. I take that back. I do got a few people that I do lean on when I'm just down and out that will help me see things clearly. You know, so it is typically in our community. It's not okay to cry. It's not okay to admit that you kind of weak. You know, but I think for the betterment of our community, we got to remove that stigma and start, you know, seeking help when we know something is wrong or when people around us are telling us something ain't right.
Yeah, definitely that.
True.
Yep. So it looks like we having some technical difficulties. Let me see. Okay, E, I got you, babe. Miss Coco, you there?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess Belafonte having some difficulties too. But yeah, man, this is dope, bro. I mean, I didn't get a chance to talk to you earlier, but I didn't get a chance.
Even in the workplace, you know. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
I just like even in the workplace, if you're a black man, if you lash out any type of way, they'll say that they're terrified. But if you're any other type of race, they'll give you a chance. They won't put you on any type of paperwork. You better not go up there and lash out and have a regular type of day. You better be on your P's and Q's.
Or if you do lash out, they're gonna send you for a mental evaluation.
Well, I don't think that's fair, you know, because if you really want to go there, you know, because some, you know, you know, honestly, you know how I feel, but certain things you really can't bypass what we've been taught. And the Bible say when you find a wife, see, I can't go find a husband, but the Bible say when a man finds a wife, that is his helpmate. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, to me, that's one of the hurtful things is to see a man cry. but I'd rather cry with you and let you release that, because people don't understand, especially in the Black community, when you hold stuff up, that's stress. Black men are known for getting aneurysms, you know what I'm saying? And God forbid a woman get it, because it's hard for a woman to live through it. You know, you have strokes, you have heart attacks. So the way we've been brought up on that part, everybody needs somebody to exhale with. You know, you can't find.
Yeah, that's why we talk about breaking these chains and these
if you
curses
can't
all the time, and you know, this is what we got to teach our kids so they don't continue the same patterns.
If a man
they seek help when they need it.
Yeah, because if a man I'm dating, if anything, if he's gonna break down and cry, he's gonna be able to know that I got your back. We're gonna do this together. You know what I'm saying? You really, and that's some of the things we got to start changing. You know what I'm saying? The stigma, because even when you fall short as your helpmate, I should be able to help you back up. Just the same way when I fall, I want you to lift me back up.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what we was talking about earlier about being unevenly yoked. If I can pray for you while you're going through it, and when I'm going through, you don't know how to say a prayer, it's not going to line up.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I said we gotta make sure we lift y'all up with our strength and make sure y'all good, so we can get that healing and nurturing that we need. You know,
one thing I'm learning about a man, you know what I'm saying? Everybody love that Superman, but guess what? When no one's there to help that Superman, you know what I'm saying? Then what happens? If he ain't no good for himself, he's no good for the household. You know, so the biggest thing, you know, us as Black women, any other kind of woman, all kind of races, when it comes to your mate, you have to build them up, because once they step outside that door, it's not no guarantee they coming back. Two, you don't know I done cussed this man out on his way to work. I might not see him again. And if my man's gonna feel safe, he's gonna feel safe with me. You know, anytime mine's having a problem, call me, because I'm like, hey, baby, we're gonna get through this one. And that's real. Everybody know that's how I live my life, because if I break the man that I say I love, I'm breaking myself.
And even the people that's even if you're not suffering from mental illness, but you close to somebody that is, you know, you got to use patience to help them through it. You know what I'm saying? And don't be critical of them in their weak moments. You know what I'm saying? Because you can cause it to be worse. You know, but sometimes you do have to, get a little tough love, but at the same time, you got to use a good balance, like you said, of tough love versus encouragement too. I mean, with encouragement at the same time.
I'll be honest, y'all. I've never. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Well, I've only been in real relationships like 3 or 4 of them, right? Every female that I've been like that, where it's a real situation, they typically be like, hey, my brother, get it together. You know what I'm saying? I've never had a female mature enough to stick through, but not to belittle a person when they're going through a situation.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. We this is why we having these dialogues and these talks, so we can correct our behaviors and realize that we're not against each other. We need to be on the same team. What is going on with these ladies today? They having technical difficulties today. I think the way hers went off, she must have lost her power on her computer. Y'all bear with us. We will get it back going. In the meantime, me and Ia keep y'all okay.
Keep y'all postponed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm back. Computer went dead.
I knew it. It went off just like shoo.
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Coco, say your device is not connected.
But yeah, and don't feel like that. My uncle and you are like brothers, you know what I'm saying? We family, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you don't want to talk to a woman, but everybody needs somebody they can talk to. And my advice, because it's hard to trust people with your personal information, with your family business, you find that one person, without a shadow of a doubt. We break friendship, they character gonna let you know, like, just because we broke friendship, I'm gonna go out here and discuss your business. A real person don't do that when they get mad. The real friends show up, because you never know how you come back and meet another person. You know what I'm saying? The real friend is going to let me know how we went through this struggle and we didn't speak, but you didn't tell my business, homie. And it's hard. And that might be a lot of reasons why us as Black people don't want to share our business, because we're known for gossiping. Or Black people love to take hurt and use it back at you to double hurt you. It's like pouring salt in the wound. So
Yeah,
I
so
can relate.
yeah, we gotta correct those. We gotta correct those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but and you know what? That's why a lot of people is going to therapy or reaching out to therapy or online therapy, because once once you speak to these type of people, it's confidential, so you ain't got to worry about hearing your business on the street. This is why I love therapy. If not, I'm talking to my dog. My dog listen good. Ain't gonna tell nothing I say. But you have to find an outlet to release that. If you
Yeah.
don't let it out, then it does damage to your body.
And that's exactly why, like I told you, that's exactly why we got Miss Nash here tonight, because I know whatever she doing works.
You think?
I know the story. Yeah, I know the story. So
Come
whatever
on,
she
give us
doing
some
works.
different avenues.
So this is, this is gonna take us to, where it starts your recovery.
Okay. Okay. So now that we've already seen the root to the issue, just say for instance, this example of my story, realize where it stemmed from, wanted to go to that person, but really didn't know how, because it's just like you don't know how they're going to react to it, especially when they're not even thinking about it. Okay. But it's something that hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I had to at least get it out. So what I done was just wrote a letter. That helped me to release it. Not expecting a response from them to say, hey, I apologize, I did this, because those things are things that you have to get over. It's not for them to get over. And so once I did that, I felt better. And it was years and years and years and years and years of harboring that from childhood. Another thing, which is okay, a lot of people have issues with self-esteem. I know we were speaking earlier and we were talking about how you might be dark complected. You might have a yellow bone as a sister. Well, you've always seen her getting all the attention. Now you don't like yourself. So now we got to see, well, what really is the issue? Okay, well, Cat Williams says it best. He says self-esteem is esteem of your motherfucking self. Okay, so you're the only person that can make you feel better. So just kind of depending on what those things is, like I tell my son, since I know that he is insecure within himself. So I tell him all the time, say to yourself in the mirror, I'm a strong black man. Okay. Let your story, just because your dad is not around, you don't have to have that same story as everyone else saying, well, my dad wasn't in the house, I'm in the street. No, show them, hey, just because my dad was gone, I decided to do this. It's just kind of turn that around, because a lot of people deal with that their whole life and say that up until they're gone, I didn't have a daddy.
And they make that excuse over and over.
Correct. And eventually has to be dealt with. So affirmations on your mirror. If you do have a problem with courage, you're going to look in the mirror every day, put them on there. Give me some courage today. That confidence, that self-esteem, write it down, say it and repeat it to yourself every single day until your subconscious actually believes it. Yeah. Because once it's there, it ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
But up in the forefront, anybody can tell you tomorrow that you ugly and you're going to go in there and cry. Okay?
I said, it's certain things. Now, if you talk about my toes, I might get mad. I'm insecure with my toes.
Well, see those insecurities, that's your issue. So do you get mad at the person because you have an issue with your feet?
No. So
I'm just asking.
We talked about it Sunday, though. So I had what we call bunions. Black people say, oh, I got bunions, but they call bone spurs. So at 21 years of age, I went and had surgery on both of my feet, and this, and so when me and my uncle's talking about, natural women, I can relate, because I felt like everybody else had pretty toes. I had to change how my feet was. Well, I was able to change, but now I got the scars on top of my feet, so it didn't really do me no good. And after 13 years, the scars are still, relevant. You can see them. So I just made one problem into another problem. So, if I wouldn't have cared what people said about my toes, it wouldn't have been that serious, But
when you felt about it, though,
it's
I understand, though. It's okay.
No, but it's traumatizing in high school when it's somebody you call yourself really liking it, and they like, oh, your feet look like this. You know? So it was an embarrassing thing. And when he did it in front of my cousins, my auntie. So I was determined I was gonna go fix my feet. You
Hey,
know,
I don't mean to laugh at you, Miss Belafonte, but it,
no,
it's
but
just
it's real though
no,
because
I know that's what I'm saying because I remember some things that people did to me in school. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And that's the torture and bullying. That's worse. Like that right there. I just literally spoke to my boys about this. People, they become police officers just because they got bullied. I mean, like that's a different type of pain. I've never been. Well, no, I have been bullied, but not to that extent. To something that you really can't change immediately.
Yeah.
So basically, can we agree that it's all these events that through your childhood up into adulthood that you're gonna experience, but it's just all about how you deal with them that determines your mental health.
Yeah.
Because
It comes in all shapes and forms, and you don't realize it. Like even with me being grown, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have a father. And I'm gonna give a shout out to my daughter's father. You know what I'm saying? So with me being afraid and don't want her to make the mistakes that I made with men, we did it the opposite. You know what I'm saying? She go to school there. She's in Texas every vacation, every break. And my family like, oh, she a little girl. She need to be with you. But I really didn't do a good job at picking out a good man for myself. And then to be in my 30s to go to my father like, Dad, I really like this person. I feel like if I fix our relationship, I can have a better relationship. Oh, girl, ain't nothing wrong with you. And then when I realized first time this person do something I dislike again, here come the major disrespect. But then it's some click. I can't keep going this route because guess what? I got a king. I got a prince that's gonna be a king one day. I don't want nobody calling my son the B word. I don't want nobody, oh, he a puss a. You know what I'm saying? So then at the end of the day, even though I don't want nobody doing it to my kid, what give me the right to do it to somebody else's?
Yeah.
So you kind of learn along the way, and sometimes we can help teach ourselves to be better human beings,
My coping mechanism is just to stay busy. That helps me. If I sit around, I think because I'm the first day of Libra, I got a little Virgo in me. Our Virgo family members, they live in their mind. So I can live in my mind and fester and let some stuff brew in me, and boy, I will not be able to function. But I just basically I deal with it the way I accept the problem. I find a solution. I don't dwell on the problem.
Yeah.
But until I realized that all these events that happened to me led up to my thinking, I wasn't getting nowhere. So hopefully somebody can learn from this, and figure out what's going on with them and why they keep going in circles, because this keep you in a circle. It's just going around and around and around. Yeah.
Correct.
Bad mistake after bad mistake.
I didn't get to ask you earlier, but I'm very interested in those milk baths. You know what I'm saying? And then it's some people that drink milk, honey, and all that over there in Germany and stuff. I don't understand it, but they milk is therapeutic for a lot of things.
Well, milk is an exfoliant for our skin anyway because we don't lactate, so we're lactose intolerant anyway. Okay, so with the milk bath, it's going to exfoliate your skin, opening you up, but then you're also going to use your lavender and hold on. Your turn. I want to give you the exact ingredients because each one is completely different. And then you also have to have your candles as well.
Okay. So it's just setting the mood. The candles is setting the mood. And then you're saying the milk bath, it lactose your skin. So
it exfoliates it.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay with you because everybody need to have an outlet. Some people like to grab a nice glass of wine and finish off their day. Some people like to grab a blunt. Hey, to each his own. But this milk bath just something, you know what I'm saying? Look like you can take it to a whole nother level with your loved one. You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that later.
Correct.
Your man to be feeling good, so we should be feeling good.
That's what I was about to ask. Is the milk bath exclusive for women, or can men do it too?
No, definitely men. Because the milk baths that is on Fridays, which is for all of our magic. Okay, so certain things, yes, it's certain things that you put in the air. Okay, let me go to my. It's so many, y'all. Okay, because I do.
Yeah, I'm anxious to learn to see
know.
Yeah, I mean, sister,
Say
I'm
that.
glad you interacted with us because it made me come look and see what you had going. I was like, shoot, that stuff sounds interesting.
Fun on Freaky Friday.
Yeah,
Yes,
Fuckery
yes. Which
Fridays.
the Venus,
That's
the Venus is the
right.
ruling planet
Yeah. Fridays. People don't
on
understand.
Fridays.
Even when you're looking for a job, a lot of times they say it's best to go looking for that job on a Thursday and a Friday. People don't understand how important Friday, Fun Day Friday is. You know, everybody should. That's the end of the week. You know, go get ready to start your new week. You know, I believe in
Correct.
Happy Fridays.
yeah. So
Oh my gosh.
I'm,
Ooh, I am
I'm
getting
anxious to
this
see
up.
what y'all come up with, though.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be a morning show? What is it gonna be? Evening, nights?
Hey, I'm always available. Just not doing school hours. You can catch me before, or you can catch me after.
Yeah. The life of
Uh,
moms.
oh, and let me give you the ingredients for the milk bath real quick. Oil or incense is just fine, but you're gonna need lavender and ginger.
Okay.
And the candles that you're gonna use are one pink and one white candle. And then you're
Oh.
gonna use 1 cup of milk and let the magic happen.
Oh wow. All right.
I mean, it happens,
Come on Friday with your steak and
on
that.
Friday,
Well,
okay?
maybe we need to holler at the baby and let them know, you know, what to do on Fridays, and maybe won't be no more stinky coochie. You know, everybody get milk baths on Friday, so hey, the aroma might last the first 24
I don't
hours.
know nothing about all that, y'all.
I don't know nothing about all that. Ain't anything. But
Hey, you got
you
the
know
in,
what? If you have an
you
issue,
know
if
what I'm
you have an
saying?
issue down there,
You probably go to
I
the
got
doctor.
I got some sea moss for you. You can
Oh,
go ahead
you
and
know
do your
what? What about women
yes.
balls? What do you think about the yoni balls?
The yoni balls. Oh my gosh! So the yoni steam just by
Okay.
itself with. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so let's do the yoni ball. The
Okay.
the ball now. You have to go without sex period for at least 7 to 10 days because while it's in there, it's basically just herbs sucking every soul up out of you. Okay,
You
that
said it right. Every soul, ladies.
if
If
they
you want
done laid
that
they nest.
fear out of you, get it out.
Yes, okay, because they lay in a nest, okay, which is
Yeah.
why we have issues as women anyway. Okay,
Yeah. Women don't
it's
understand about that DNC, and they only want to give it to you really when you have a miscarriage, you know. See, I scrubbed in surgeries, you know, and it's, you know, you got to have a legitimate reason. So unless you find somewhere you can go, you know how women going nowadays and get their vagina, they VJ rejuvenated, you know what I'm saying, with the steam cleaning, where you put the dress on the sit on the steam,
yes, that's the
it
yoni
suck
steam.
it out. Yeah.
It does. I mean, a lot of women get pregnant after that.
Yeah, because they just be cleansed.
Yes, okay. And even out with the ball though, like the reason why you have to wait after because it has to come out and it's
Uh-huh.
not coming out right then, okay? It may come out 2 or 3 days later.
Yeah.
I'm
And that
sorry, y'all. Y'all talking about some stuff I don't understand. I'm just listening. I'm sorry, y'all.
you don't want to. You don't even want to see
Hey,
it
but
if the
check this
lady
out.
didn't wait a couple
I'd
of
rather
days.
for the ball to come out in 3 days. You know, I've heard stories where they with somebody else and the condom decide to come out on that day, you know? So, hey, I'd rather mine to be a yoni ball than something else, you know?
It ain't the ball though. It's all the
It's
stuff.
yeah.
You don't want it. No,
You don't want
it
them
ain't
bad
nothing.
spirits.
And it's nothing but like white, just a whole lot of just comes out of you. And so, yeah, the man gonna he gonna ask you what you got going
Okay,
on.
y'all, ladies, this is what y'all can look forward to from the Taste of Cocoa and Benediction.
Well, we're going to get
We're
back
gonna
in the
move right along because I don't want to keep turning my camera off, but I can't hide my
no, but
faces.
you
So.
can understand, Uncle, that with this conversation, it also goes into mental health too, because sex plays a
Yes,
big part of your mental state with sex. You know what I'm saying? You know,
it
just say,
does.
for instance, us women sometimes we decide to go along with the dude because we like him, but we really don't want it. And sometimes when we do that, after that sex, the man don't even know, but sometimes the woman feel violated. You know what I'm saying? So women have to be able to be able to stand up. If you ain't feeling it today, don't do it today. You know, it's okay
She
to
get
say,
what she want, okay?
Yeah, and a guy would give you every excuse why he need it now. But once you start investing into your time and taking good care of your VJ, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to want to give it to anybody.
Y'all like,
You
share, and
shouldn't want to.
subscribe, man. You can't get this information nowhere else, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
sitting up here on this panel for y'all. Y'all better like, share, and subscribe to
well,
this
know,
platform, man.
trying to keep their souls cleansed.
Oh
Ooh.
my! But the men they attach the women to them as well. So all their partners, they're just transferring it to the woman that they're sleeping with. So
Mm-hmm.
and what if that last one was basically
A
I
cheater.
don't know. Okay, yes. Okay, so
A demon.
everything that's on him. Well, we all got we good and bad. But yes,
I'm bad.
but yeah, that one.
So,
Whew.
well,
But yeah,
depending on
definitely
what
like
we're
a
going to,
demon.
my forehead just started glistening.
Yeah,
How's that
yeah.
Know what you
that
missed?
brain working?
I predicted y'all gonna have a number one show. Huh?
Yeah.
Is
Now,
that brain working?
yeah.
It's the third eye gleaming.
Okay, right there. It just said I'm here.
And you got to understand, ladies, too. This is not just for the ladies. This is for the fellas, too. Sometimes in life, even in our relationships and in our marriages, we're not happy, or things are not falling together. But you ought to just take time out and have fun time with you and your wife. Just you and your wife. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your partner. And sometimes if you feel good, your mate sometimes feel good because you feel good. Because sometimes, our energy feeds off each other, So
Mm-hmm.
you have to put on you some high good music like your sage or, whatever it takes to get you and good energy in your home. We want everybody to be healthy first off, mental wise, because we get a lot of distractions in life. But if we stay focused, we can accomplish a lot of things.
Yeah, because the start of prosperity and wealth is having a healthy mind. You would never acquire. You might get lucky and hit the lottery, but
And,
you won't keep it. Because you
and
don't have a healthy mind.
also, I wanted to put out there as far as the parents, as far as to watch themselves so that their children don't go through that. Talk to them now, so they don't have to dwell on anything because they're human. They have emotions. They have problems just as well. They act out for certain reasons,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to go ahead and nip that in the bud. Telling them they're dumb is gonna go across until forever. I'm dumb. The mom always told me I was dumb. So even little things like that, it's such just a big hindrance, for growth.
Yeah, just speak life on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I know. I get mad at mine.
I do too. Hey,
I tell them how crazy something is they did, but for the most part, I try to speak a lot of life on them.
Say, oh, you just like it, nothing, daddy. I mean, it's about a
Now, that's abuse. That's mental abuse.
Yeah, about a great.
It is
another form.
Now
you're speaking it onto them.
Daddy, go ask your daddy now. But I ain't gonna tell you like him because I think you're smarter because you came from me.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna shoot your slug and keep the kid uplifted.
Okay. Hey, but you know what? I'm being funny though. One thing I learned at an early age, when I was fighting for custody of my kids, you know what I'm saying? You learn real quick. 50% of your child is made of you and 50% of the other parent. And I had my son godmother tell me the part you're saying that's the dad and you putting down, you already putting your son down, So my way of talking, especially when it comes to my son and my daughter, I just choose not to put they fathers down, even though we not together for a reason, but we learn how to co-parent,
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing plays a big part on kids too, to see the mom and dad constantly at it. Kids respect you better, even if you're not together, but still able to come together and still able to pour that love. Like no matter what me and mommy or daddy went through, I'm here for you. You mine, So all that plays a part too. I'm glad you brought that up. Tasted cocoa.
Yeah, chocolate. You was about to say it. However, it's the same.
I was just to call you chocolate.
Chocolate.
Hey, y'all gonna have the number one show. Y'all got good chemistry. Looking forward to watching y'all and laughing at y'all.
You a strong man hanging in her with us ladies.
I'm telling you, boy, y'all fellas just don't even know. Y'all men should like, subscribe, share just because I'm doing this sacrifice, y'all. Nah, but I understand that we need y'all strong because y'all are the healers and the nurturers of the world. So
and we need y'all strong because y'all.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Exactly.
It works hand in hand. It works hand in hand. Yeah, it works hand in hand because
both.
you can't have a battle at home and then go fight the world too.
Before God, you saying if you hurt, I hurt. If I hurt, you hurt.
I mean, ain't that natural though? Like if you really care for somebody and they down, you gonna feel that. Yeah.
You would think.
But some time, and I ain't never understand it. Like, how can you go so hard to hurt another human being, knowing, you know what I'm saying? Some people
because they're hurt.
Exactly, hurt people hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
There
This
you go.
is why when the spirit led me to ask y'all about this show today, because mental health is the key to everything.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta pick up certain signs. If it's like, oh, you selfish, okay, that's a number one manipulation way of manipulating another human being. You're selfish. You don't think about me, or you don't think about us, or you don't think about them. However, you have to know keywords to get yourself out of situations. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody deserves to be mentally nor emotional abused.
Yeah.
We can talk about it, but us in our relationship, even for you, Taste of Coco, even you, Uncle John, I know you feel like a man, but when you have that mate, we all should take time out to be like, hey, babe, how your day going? You know what I'm saying? Is there anything else I can help you with within the household? Or, can I take some off your hands? See, people don't understand. Then you got communication working for you. You're allowing your mate to feel wanted, not needed. You know what I'm saying? Well, is it needed or not wanted? I don't really know. But it always feels good to know that you're wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But a person don't know if you don't bring them into your world like that. It's not always about, let me take you out to a dinner and movie. No, when the last time you went and made a picnic basket and went and sat at the park? You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm in the country, I might learn how to go fishing, but just something different. If you didn't have a stressful week, find a unstressful activity for you and your partner to enjoy.
Man, the key to, especially when you're in a relationship, man, when adversity strikes, y'all not supposed to turn against each other.
No,
that's the thing that happens a lot. Pressure pop off, and before you know it, the two people that's supposed to be coming up with the solution is fighting and creating a whole nother problem. So yeah, we definitely.
And that's
the person to say, babe, I know you hurting, or you have to be strong enough to be able to walk away in that moment. Because if you know another human being hurt and they lashing out at you, that's really not the person. You know what I'm saying? She going through some people just evil like that. And those are the people you shouldn't want to be around. I don't want to be around nobody gonna intentionally hurt me or call me or you know what I'm saying, belittle me or call me out my name. Why would you do that? We supposed to be friends.
Oh yeah, that's another thing you should diagnose too is triggers.
Yeah, you have
people, places, and things that trigger you to have bad behavior or go back to your old ways. Stay away from that.
Yeah. And if you know somebody's not good for you, you always know when someone's not healthy for you because you feel a certain kind of way when they come around.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this is a person trying to force a relationship. Maybe this is a person, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I got something to go do. Easy exit. You know what I'm saying? Why would you sit there and wait for it and bam, there go that punchline? You feel me?
Yeah.
So man, we have some dope content tonight. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all feel good because it made me feel
I do. I hope somebody, that's one of those silent supporters will reach out and let us know that they appreciate it. Everybody coming up telling about our. You could go on and on about this. Like we could do this until this time tomorrow because there's so many different types of traumas that lead to mental illness. Let me see. I'm gonna stop calling it illness. I'm gonna say thinking errors.
Yeah, definitely.
Causing us not to.
Well, scientists and studies are showing different things. Pretty much what a woman goes through, a man go through. Even though y'all not going through postpartum. You know what I'm saying? But the effect from it. I forgot the name they're giving it right now because that's why men now when a woman get ready to go give birth, if you got a good job, guess what? You get time off for that birth too. You know what I'm saying? I think that's cool too because then the bonding part starts with mommy and daddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. Yeah. Normally, daddy get there when he get there. You might have had the baby. Time is changing though, but if we keep talking and showing the world what we need. We the people can change things.
Yeah, and then with us having the courage to speak on, give somebody else the courage to speak on it. You never know who's watching you. That's one thing I'm learning about doing this. And be people watching, and you just don't know. So, if you're having some thoughts of suicide or you're going through something that you feel like you can't make it through, man, reach out to somebody and try to figure out your solution, man. Figure out what caused it, and figure out the way to get rid of it.
Unless you go to Mr. Clark. I know when they was on top of that building, and he was like, "I just want to jump." He said, "Well, jump." If you really want to if you don't really feel like you have purpose, nothing to live for, that is totally on you. You have to find some type of drive so you can get those suicidal thoughts.
Who is Mr. Clark?
Off of the movie.
Oh yeah. Okay, off of Lean on Me. Yeah. You smoke crack, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But you know why? Because he was smart enough to know about being manipulated. Because I'm gonna tell you something. It's gonna hurt. They're not gonna really tell you. But what you can do, be aware of your surroundings and what's going on with the people you say you love and care about. You'll know when they're out of whack.
Correct.
I had two people that I was supposed to commit suicide, and they didn't give one sign.
Because they're not going to tell you. Like you said,
no
manipulation when they're telling somebody that, and they just like if your boyfriend leaving you. Okay, well, I'm going to kill myself. Okay, and now he comes back because she's going to kill herself. Now you got a problem, okay? You want to take your life because of me?
Yeah.
And that's power over you. So God don't like nobody having power over you anyway.
Not at all. But he's jealous.
Yeah,
he's jealous. But it happens. I've been through it before. But you're not responsible for the thoughts that you have, and you're just responsible to act them out.
Definitely.
So
Yes.
Get you a strong support system that's gonna tell you the truth.
Yep. I need a prayer partner, a workout partner. We all need somebody. Be honest.
Try some new stuff. You ladies got any partying? I know y'all ladies got kids and y'all gotta get to it. It's 8:41. Do y'all have any parting words before we get up out of here?
Time to go outside. I'm supposed to go outside. I'm on my way to come hang out with you.
I
want to. I'm glad.
I'm going to sleep on you. I'm glad
because there's some designs and some patterns. My uncle it's funny that you said that this morning about what you about the patterns and different things coming together. But I'm not a hoochie mama, so I'm not gonna be going to get nothing. Gonna be like, hey, I'm more of a down, But I got some stuff to look at though, because we fist to blow up. We gonna take this to another level. It's time. It's time. Start with our families, our household. Then we can go outside our homes. Charity starts at home first.
Build your own house, and you can help somebody else build theirs. Okay, because they steady chipping away at your bricks.
Yep, that's so true.
Yes.
Boulders come our way, but hey, it seems like the harder we fight to keep going, the better off and the easier it's getting.
Well, I definitely enjoyed this time, ladies, and I look forward to hopefully we can put something together to get y'all going. I know this Taste of Cocoa, you got your plans, you got things you got a lot of products that you produce, you multiple business owners, so you got things you want to put out. Same thing with you, Belafonte. So
I'm trying to protect the bag. You already know how I feel about the bag. I gotta protect the bag.
Let's go get these followers up and cross promote and change the world, ladies.
All right, I love you guys.
All right, we thank y'all for turning in. We thank you for being here. Thank y'all for tuning in to Hip Hop Alliance Magazine tonight. And we ask that you like, share, and subscribe to this video if you like it. Y'all have a wonderful day. And I'm gone.